day, viewers. Today's topic will be looking at urine formation. Urine formation as a case study or as a part or topic in biology is to describe how the urine process is being formed. Now, based on the diagram, it shows the kidney part and the nephron. The urine process or urine formation occur in the kidney. The kidney, as case study, is located in the abdominal region. In an adult human, there are two kidneys, the left and the right. The left kidney is bigger than the right kidney. Reason being that what? The left kidney carry out more function than the right. That is, more metabolic activities occur in the kidney, in the left part of the kidney, than the what? The right. Because the heart pump out blood first and it locates the left because of the position of the heart at the left hand side. This now make the left kidney to obey the law of Jean-Lamarck, which says that organ more used tend to become bigger than organ less used. That is, disuse, law of use and disuse. Now, in the case of this is a longitudinal section of the kidney. As you can see, this is a part of the kidney. This is the medulla, which is located at the inner part of the kidney. This is a cortex that is found at the outer part. That is, this is inner, this is found at the outer part of the kidney. Then this is ureter. That is, after the process of the urine formation, the 1% that will be filtered will be dropped into the ureter to locate the what? The bladder to the what? Urethra. Now, this is the renal artery and renal vein. The renal arteries supply blood to this kidney, to this nephron inside this kidney. The renal artery branch into renal arterioles. These renal arterioles now produce the what? The nephron. That is, this nephron is formed as a result of smaller units of what? Of the renal artery. That is, after the whole filtration process, after the whole urine process, excess blood or remaining blood will be what? Remaining blood will be filtered, will be returned back to the what? To the circulatory system through the renal vein. Now, nephron as the major part of urine process. The nephron is located in both left and right side of the kidney. We have 1 million nephron in the left, 1 million nephron at the right. Now, the 1 million nephron and the 2 million nephrons all together does not increase in size. Neither did they increase in number, but they decreases in size and number with age. That is, the number and the size will remain the same till death, but the number and the size will reduce as the person is growing older because of cell division. Now, this is the nephron, and the nephron carry out this urine process by maintaining three major processes, which are one. The first one is known as ultrafiltration. The first one is ultrafiltration. The second one is tubular secretion. The third one is now known as the first one is known as ultrafiltration. The second one is known as selective reabsorption, or call it tubular reabsorption. Then the last one is now called tubular secretion. Now, as I have it like this now, we have ultrafiltration at the first. The second is now known as tubular reabsorption or selective reabsorption. Then the last one is called tubular secretion. tubular secretion. Now, going by the first process, which is filtration. Filtration majorly occur. Now, these are the three processes that bring about the formation of urine. The first one is ultrafiltration. The second is tubular reabsorption, or we'll call it selective reabsorption. Then the last one we'll call it tubular secretion. Now, the first one, known as ultrafiltration, occur at the Bowman capsule. Take note, at the Bowman capsule. The Bowman capsule have a cup shape that contain the glomerulus, which is a network of capillaries, which supply what? Blood, or which collect blood supplied to it by the efferent branch of the renal artery and afferent branch of the renal artery and the efferent branch of the renal artery. You understand? Now, that is the artery and the artery, their efferent and the afferent branch supply what? Blood to this network of capillaries, which is what? The glomerulus. Now, the glomerulus have the ability to filter. It tends to filter the content, that is, all the blood content are being emptied inside that cup shape. Now, as they are being emptied to the other block, that cup shape, the glomerulus now help to what? Filter. How? By filtering, it tend to allow what? Substance to pass through, except blood capsule, that is the blood cells, such as red blood cell, white blood cell, and the platelet blood cell. And at the same time, plasma protein, such as albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen. These plasma protein and blood capsule or blood cells are not allowed to pass through the glomerulus. That is for a normal kidney. That is, a diseased kidney may have any of this content I just mentioned. Now, this content inside this Bowman capsule is called glomerular filtrate. It's called glomerular filtrate. Glomerular filtrate. The glomerular filtrate for a man is 180 liter per day. For a woman is 150 liter per day. That is the content that will be here per day. For a man 180, for a woman 150. That undergo all this process, and after all the processes, it's only just 1% of it, of either male or female, that will be what? Emptied into the what? Bladder through the what? The ureter. Now, after the first process known as filtration that will occur at the Bowman capsule, the next process is now called tubular reabsorption. It is called tubular reabsorption because it occurs at the what? At the proximal convoluted tube and the distal convoluted tube. At the proximal convoluted tube, there is reabsorption. That is, content that are useful are being reabsorbed back to the circulatory system. What are they? At the proximal convoluted tube, glucose, excess of glucose, that is all of glucose, all of amino acid, all of glucose, all of amino acid, and part of water. I repeat, all of glucose, all of amino acid, and part of water are reabsorbed back to the circulatory system because it's a normal kidney. Now, this process continue, then the content is now what? Flowing down to the what? Descending part of the loop. Then we have the loop of Ellis. The loop of Ellis is of two. We have descending loop of Ellis and we have ascending loop of Ellis. The descending loop of Ellis tend to what? Reabsorb more water. That is, the major function of the loop of Ellis is to reabsorb bulk of the water back to the circulatory system. Now, how did this occur? At the descending loop of A, what happened? Water is reabsorbed back to the blood. It is thin in nature. As the water keep reabsorbing, what happened? There will be higher concentration because the urine was concentrated before. The concentration now tend to increase more than normal because there is more reabsorption of water at this point until now get to this point, which is known as what? Ascending limb of the loop of Ames. When you get to the ascending limb of the loop of Ames, there is less water compared to the descending limb. That is why this is narrow. It's narrow, or we say it is what? It is thin. Why this one is what? It's thick. Thick because the concentration of urine is now what? Or the content is now what? Higher, making it to be releasing higher pressure. That tend to make the wall of this limb to become thicker. Now, as the content now flow down to this part, and this part is called the distal convoluted tube, what happen? Excess of what? Of water is reabsorbed, and part of the salt, not all of the salt, part of the salt and water is now being what? Reabsorbed back to the circulatory system. Now, after this whole process, we will now get to the last stage, which is what? The collecting duct. At the collecting duct, that is where tubular secretion occur. At this process of tubular secretion, there is reabsorption of what? Of excess water being achieved by an hormone called ADH hormone. ADH hormone. We call it ADH as abbreviation, or we call it vasopressin. Vasopressin, or known as antidiuretic acid. Antidiuretic hormone, antidiuretic hormone. Now, as the name implies, antidiuretic hormone, that is an hormone that fights against diuresis. What is diuresis? Diuresis is a renal failure that occur when there is a frequent or excess passage of what? Of urine more than normal. That is what we call diuresis. Now, ADH hormone have the ability to prevent that. So in this case here, what will ADH do? It will reabsorb bulk of the water, or almost all of the water. Just 1% will be allowed to pass through collecting duct down to the ureter before it will find itself in the bladder for it to be contracted to pass through the urethra. That is how the process of urine tend to occur. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Thank you.